So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to easily integrate Flodesk with your Squarespace website. And we're going to be covering how to embed Flodesk sign-up forms onto your Squarespace site, how to add Flodesk pop-up forms to your Squarespace site if you want to, plus how to connect your contact form on your Squarespace website to Flodesk so that anyone who fills out an inquiry form with you automatically gets added to your Flodesk account. And if you are selling products and using Squarespace's e-commerce, how to connect that so that customers automatically get added to your Flodesk account as well. First, if you're wondering why I'm using Flodesk here instead of using Squarespace's own email campaigns tool, I have actually got an in-depth comparison between Flodesk and Squarespace email that I will link in the episode notes, which goes into more depth on why you might want to choose either tool, but my personal preference is Flodesk. Basically, if we are going to use Flodesk with Squarespace, we want to make sure that everything is linked up, not only sign up forms, but also your contact form and your e-commerce as well, if you have it. So let's start with just embedding sign up forms onto your Squarespace site. You're going to go into Flodesk and in your forms. And if you want to learn how to actually get set up with Flodesk, design your forms, design your emails, send your first email newsletter, I've got a full complete beginners tutorial here. But let's say that you've already created your sign up form. What you're going to want to do is click on embed, and you're going to see two snippets of code here. You can also find this by clicking on the three dots and clicking on embed here. It will give you the same pop-up. So the first snippet of code is called header code, and you only need to add this to your Squarespace site once. For the first time that you are ever embedding a form onto Squarespace, you just add this code one time and you never need to add it again. And don't feel nervous about the code, just click copy and then go onto your Squarespace site, then go to website and then pages and scroll to the bottom where you see custom code. Then we're going to click on code injection, and this is where you can paste in code into your header area of your website, which is what connects Flodesk to Squarespace. So we're just going to paste that code in and then click save. That won't have added any forms to your site. This is just a connection tool basically, but you never have to do that again when you're adding any other forms to your site. The next bit of code is your inline code. So this is what actually creates the sign up form, and this is what you're pasting on an actual page or a blog post where you want the sign up form to appear. So we're going to click copy, and then we're going to go to the page that we want to edit. I'm going to click edit, and then it's going to open up Squarespace's full page editor. And let's say we want to add a sign up form in here. I'm going to click on add section and add blank, but you could also just increase the size of a section, and all we're trying to do is add a code block. So click on add block and go to code. That's all we're really wanting to do. So it depends where you want this to sit on your site. You could just add it on an existing section of a page, but I'm just going to create a new section for it, a blank one, and change the color so that it matches. And I'm going to click on add block and add code block. I'm just clicking the pen icon to edit it, getting rid of the code that's already in there and pasting the code that we just copied from Flodesk. It's going to look something like this. Now, because we're in edit mode, you're going to notice that that form isn't loading. I'm just going to move this block so that it's centered, so that when it does load, the sign up form is going to be centered and exactly where I want it to be. It will give you a little error message like this, but don't worry, because as soon as you have saved and exited, that publishes your changes. And when you're looking at it on like the live preview or your live website, the form will load. It's just in edit mode that it won't load up. So now if you want to be cautious, you could just type in your details and test this form and make sure it's actually working. And you can view on Flodesk, on your forms page, it will say if you've had any opt-ins. You can double check the segment that is connected to that you've been added to it. That is in a nutshell how to add your Flodesk form onto Squarespace and make sure that Flodesk and Squarespace are connected. Now you don't just have to embed forms onto Squarespace, you can also add pop-up forms from Flodesk. So if we go into create a form and then go to pop-up, we can choose a template to customize, choose a segment that we want to add the people who fill in this form to add them to a segment, and then obviously just click on all of the elements to edit the design, edit the text and everything like that. Okay, so I've edited the design and the content, made sure that the thank you message is correct. Then if we go to embed, with a pop-up form, you actually only get given one snippet of code, and it looks similar to that one that I said that you only have to add one time, but it's actually different. This code is actually the code that creates the sign-up form. It's just that pop-up forms work slightly differently. But in this case, we want to add this code to whatever pages we want the pop-up to appear on. That might be any page on your website, in which case you would go back in to your website, into pages and custom code, code injection, and then header code, and you just paste it somewhere on this page around the first bit of code that we pasted in. Or if you don't want it to display on every page, but you want to choose a specific page for it to display on, you can go into that page's settings. So just hover over the page, click on the settings wheel, and then go to advanced. And this is where you can add header code to a specific page. So if we now paste that in and click save, that will then mean that if we go on the about page, our pop-up is going to appear on that page, but it won't appear on any of the others. Now you'll notice that as soon as I clicked on that page, the pop-up displayed immediately without me being able to actually see the content on the page first, which I would definitely not recommend. And how you edit how your pop-up displays is actually in the settings in Flodesk. So click on settings and you've got your typical sign up form settings, like do you want to enable double opt-in, and choosing your segments and adding your privacy policy and things like that. I go into all of that in more detail in my full Flodesk beginner's guide tutorial, but the main thing we're looking at here with regards to the pop-up is when do you want this to display? And by default, it's set to display immediately as soon as the page loads. But actually, from a website designer's point of view, I don't think that's very good for usability, because people are trying to view content on your website. And if something pops up straight away, they can't see that. So it's better to add a delay. You can have it display after 10 seconds, after 30 seconds, or when someone has scrolled partway down the page, which means that they've already consumed some of the content that's on there. So it's completely up to you what you would choose. I would probably do after 10 seconds or after a 30% scroll. You can also choose whether you want the pop-up to appear to people who are returning to your site so that they see the pop-up again and again. I prefer, again, from a usability point of view, it could get annoying, so I like to switch that off. And if you make any changes to the design of any of your sign-up forms, whether that's a pop-up form or an inline form that I just showed you, or you change the settings, those changes that you've made will automatically update to where you've added the form on your website. You don't need to go and re-add the code or anything like that. Now, I added the pop-up to my about page, but you can also add it to blog posts as well. So you could go into your blog and go into settings, and then advanced, and the page header code in this case is for your overall blog feed. You could have the pop-up show there, but you could also set it so that the pop-up appears on each of your individual blog posts as well. I personally do this on my own website quite a lot, where I don't want the pop-up to be appearing on any of my actual website design services pages and distracting people from my main call to action. But I do want my blog readers to see that pop-up come up when they're reading my content on my blog. So anyway, that's a few different ways you can connect different sign-up forms to your Squarespace website. But what about if you have got a contact form on your website? Obviously, those form inquiries are going to get sent to your email address if you've connected that up in the Squarespace settings. But you might also want those inquiries to automatically get added to your Flodesk account into your audience subscribers area so that they can start receiving your email newsletters too. The best way to do this currently is with a tool called Zapier, and Zapier is basically an automation tool that connects to different softwares that you use and gets them talking to each other. So in this case, we want to create a Zap, also known as an automation. And with any automation that you ever create, there's always a trigger. So what's going to kick off this automation? In this case, it's when someone fills in our Squarespace contact form. So the tool we need to connect here is Squarespace. So I'm going to select Squarespace Forms, and the trigger event is when there's a new form submission. And then with your account, this is where you basically authorize Squarespace to connect with Zapier. So if you click to connect new account, it will open a pop-up and ask you to connect your website and authorize it with a few steps. I've already connected mine, so I'm just going to click continue. Then you can choose which form it's going to be connected to, and if you've got multiple forms on your website, that's useful, so you can choose which one. In this case, it's the contact form. Continue. If you click test trigger, it's going to send a test record or test email through from your contact form so that you can just check that that works. Then we're going to continue. What do we want to happen after this trigger happens? So when someone fills out our contact form, then what do we want to happen? We want to add their details to Flodesk. So we choose Flodesk from the tool. The action that we're doing is create or update a subscriber. And again, you need to connect your Flodesk account here, so it might have a pop-up with some steps for you to follow to connect it. Click continue, and then this is where you can choose which segment you want to add these contact form inquiry people to. So in Flodesk, you could create a segment called contact inquiries, for example, and then you would select that in the Zap. Then what you want to do is you want to map the contact form fields, the information that you've collected in your contact form, to the fields that Flodesk has. So for the email, we obviously want to select the email address that someone has put in to our contact form. So select that, and it's going to use the demo data that it put through in the test. You want to then map the first name to the first name that the person filled out in your contact form, and last name again to the last name that they filled it out. You can select here whether you want this person to receive your double opt-in confirmation email as well, which is something that you set up in your Flodesk settings. Basically an email that double confirms they're happy to be added to your email newsletter, which I think in this case is a good idea because it does just double check with the person. Oh, you filled out my contact form. Are you now happy to be added to my email newsletter? And if you've got any other custom fields set up in Flodesk, you can connect that too. You can click test step, and then it says a subscriber was sent to Flodesk, and you can go and check that that subscriber is now in the segment that you set up. Once you've done that, you can publish your Zap just by clicking on publish. And that's a very quick tutorial on how you can use Zapier to connect loads of different tools actually. But that's currently the best way to get a specific segment of contact form inquiries from Squarespace. Now, when it comes to e-commerce, let's say that you've got a shop on your Squarespace site where you've set up products and you want to make sure that anyone who buys a product gets added to your Flodesk account. Now, Flodesk and Squarespace now actually have an integration. If you go into your settings, go to integration and then search for Squarespace. You can click connect and then it will open up a pop-up for you to select which Squarespace website you want to connect. Select the site and allow it to have access basically. So now we can see this is connected. It says Flodesk will automatically pull your customers into a Squarespace segment. So now what that's going to do is when someone buys a product from this store, it is going to automatically add that customer to this new segment that it just created for us in Flodesk. Now we can actually rename this segment. It's just named after whatever your website domain is. Obviously mine's just a default Squarespace domain because I'm for the purposes of this demo. You can go in and rename this though. I would call it something like Squarespace customers or something like that. And that's all you have to do to connect your e-commerce and start collecting your subscriber information in your Flodesk account. The cool thing you can do with this is in workflows, you can create what's called purchase follow-up emails where maybe you want to send a thank you to someone who has ordered. Maybe you want to send a review request a week after they've purchased. There's a lot of different things you can do here. So let's just start with this as a template. Obviously, again, because we're setting up an automation, we have a trigger. And in this case, the trigger is when someone makes a purchase, and then you can choose your store. In this case, we've connected our store from Squarespace, and you can have this workflow or automation happen if anyone buys any product, or you can have it happen for only specific products. It's completely up to you. So when someone makes a purchase, they buy any product from this shop, then the next step, and you can add steps in between, all of these sorts of things. You could have a time delay. If you were asking someone for a review of their product, you would obviously want it to be at least a week after they purchase, so they've got time to receive it and try it. So you'd add a time delay for 7 days, for example. Or if you're just saying thank you, you can have the email send straight away. You can go in and edit the email and just send them a message like so. And you can add multiple steps and time delays in your workflows, sending them to your customers. So that's really cool. One thing to note is that all customers who buy any product on your Squarespace website all get added to the same segment. They don't automatically get added to different segments depending on which product they bought, because depending on how big your store is, you can end up with a lot of segments because of that. So by default, this e-commerce integration with Flodesk and Squarespace will only add your customers to this one segment. So they all go in one bucket. If you wanted to add customers to different segments based on the different products that they've bought, maybe you've just got a small shop, so that makes more sense for you. There are actually two ways you can do this. One is within Flodesk itself by creating a workflow where someone makes a purchase, but you choose the specific product. So if someone buys this Ridge vase, I'm just going to get rid of the other steps that have been added here. The next step that you want to happen is actually an action, and that is to add someone to a segment, and you would create the segment Ridge vase based on that product. So now anyone who buys the Ridge vase is going to be added automatically to the Ridge vase segment. However, the only limitation of doing it this way is that Flodesk will only let you send these automated emails to customers who have at the checkout in Squarespace actually ticked this sign up to receive news and updates button. So if they have not ticked this, they will not be allowed to be put into this workflow basically. So you could end up missing people who have bought this specific product and they are actually not being added to this segment because they didn't tick this on the checkout page. And this is to do with GDPR compliance and making sure that everyone on your list has actually consented and opted in. There are some kind of grey areas though, which might assume that if someone is a customer, then it's likely that they're interested in receiving your newsletter. But obviously I cannot provide any legal guidance on what you do and don't need to do for your specific business. But one workaround for this would be to use Zapier. So you would create a Zap where the trigger again is Squarespace, but this time it's for e-commerce. You choose event that someone has placed an order. You sign in obviously to your Squarespace account. The action is Flodesk, that we are creating and updating a subscriber, and the segment that we want to add them to is obviously for that specific product segment that we created. But again, by default, Zapier is just going to look at any order that has come in, not for a specific product. You actually need to add a step in between called filter, which tells this automation to only work if something else is true. So in this case, you'd want it to be only continue if the product name is this product. So this automation will only continue if someone's actually buying the product that you want to add them to the segment for. So this bypasses the need for someone to opt in here and will automatically add them to the segment that you want. But obviously you need to check whether that is okay compliance wise. Although of course you can come into the Flodesk part of the step and select double opt-in true, so that if someone does make a purchase, they're then sent double opt-in confirmation just saying, do you actually want to be added to our email list as well? And someone could just ignore that and not opt in from that point. So those are all of the different ways you can integrate Flodesk with your Squarespace website. Let me know if you've got any questions below. And if you want to get 25% off your first year of Flodesk's paid plan, go ahead and use my sign up link or my discount code, which I will leave in the episode notes. That means you can try Flodesk for free. And then when you're ready to sign up, you get 25% off your first year. Thanks so much for watching.